Hello everyone, welcome to all. Today we will discuss about non-ferrous metals. In the last session we have discussed about ferrous metals such as cast iron, steel, mild steel, stainless steel, in which a small amount of iron is present. Now today we will discuss about non-ferrous metal in which no iron content is present. So let us start one by one. The advantages of non-ferrous metal over ferrous metal is that it have good electrical properties. If we talk about ferrous metal such as iron, if the current pass through it, there is a losses that is known as hysteresis losses because it absorbs some of the energy or current. In non-ferrous metals, it have a good electrical and magnetic properties in comparison to carbon and steel. So this is one of the most important advantages of non-ferrous metal over ferrous metals. The second one is the castability of non-ferrous metal is very good, and lots of change. A formability of non-ferrous metal is also very good, and it can also work in cold work. It can also operated in cold work. We can perform various operations on non-ferrous metal. There are two types of working. One is hot working and one is cold working. So generally iron operates on hot working, but non-ferrous metals can also operate on cold working. And at the same time, the non-ferrous metals are corrosion resistance, and as per the aesthetic view, non-ferrous metals are more attractive in appearance. It have more shine than iron, cast iron, etc. And as per the weight of iron is very more, and for less weight we can use non-ferrous metal. One of the example is aluminium. It is one of the substitute of iron due to its low weight and sufficient strength. So let us discuss about the one of the non-ferrous metal, that is aluminium. Aluminium we obtain from ore known as bauxite. A small amount of iron can be present in it, but along with it, it have silicon and titanium. Now, what is the property of aluminium? It is, as I have already discussed, that aluminium is less in weight. If we need a material with sufficient strength to that of iron and it should be less weight, then we will use aluminium. It also have high electrical conductivity. Aluminium have also high electrical conductivity than iron. It also have high heat conductivity, and aluminium is more corrosion resistance, especially light in weight is one of the most important property of it, and it have good strength but less than iron. So for more strength we will use iron, but for a sufficient strength we can use aluminium. And the light is the color of iron generally is very dark and aluminium color is generally light. Now let us discuss the another non-ferrous metal, that is copper. We obtain copper from the ore that is known as pyrites. It is highly ductile in nature. It means we can convert it into thin wires easily. Copper. It also have good heat and good electrical conductivity. Actually, copper have more high electrical conductivity than aluminium, but due to its price, generally we use normal aluminium. Copper is more costly and aluminium is economical. Similar to aluminium, copper is also light in weight and very good corrosion resistance. Now the next one is bronze. There are two types of elements, bronze and brass. These are the alloys which have an elements of copper and tin, generally mostly of copper and around 8% of tin. Bronze one also have one of the type which is very popular in industry, that is gunmetal. It is a type of bronze but 2 to 5% element of zinc in it. Due to this, the corrosion properties of gunmetal is very heavy. It can work under steam, pressure. So generally it used in ordnance factories and it is very commonly used. It is also used in pumps, valves, bushes, especially in bushes, bearings, valves, etc. So gunmetal is also one of the most important non-ferrous metal as per the industries, where high pressure and where wet environment is available. The next is brass. Actually, brass is also alloy similar to that of bronze, but in bronze is related to copper and tin, and brass is related to copper and zinc, because zinc have also their own properties. So if we add the zinc in copper, then it will become brass, and if we add tin in copper, it will become bronze. And zinc generally used for protective layer on a metal. It forms zinc oxide, which improves the surface properties, which improves the hardness of a body of an object, and it creates a layer of zinc oxide on it. So it is one of the most important element which helps to resist corrosion. Generally for iron coating we use zinc, hot dip zinc and cold zinc, that is called hot GI and cold GI, hot galvanized iron and cold galvanized iron. The last one non-ferrous metal is nickel. It is a silver like structure, silver like metal, silver color like metal, and generally it used to make alloys such as stainless steel. Nickel also resists corrosion similar to that of zinc, and it is also used to plate over metals to protect it. So it is also a protective type element which is used over other metal to improve their surface properties and hardness. So these are the non-ferrous metals: aluminium, copper, bronze, zinc, nickel, gunmetal. There are lots of other, we have discussed only few of them. And generally non-ferrous metals have good shining properties, good appearance properties, good electrical and magnetic properties, and good corrosion resistance over ferrous metals. So that's for all in this session. Thank you.